You come and move around like a fresh brush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride.
What is up, my special beam brothers and sisters? We are once again back at it with another figure review. This time I'm doing something a little bit different. I am going to be reviewing the Shining Gundam from the Gundam Universe line, also known as the Tamashii Nations Arts line, which the Tamashii Nations is the company, and the Gundam Universe is the line for this. So this is going to be my first review on the Gundam universes. So I ended up getting not the Burning Gundam or not anything else, but the Shining Gundam, because I mean, I like to build my own models and I like to build my own Gundams, or Gunplay, if you will. Some say Gunpla, but I don't want to butcher anything up. So tomato, tomato. But anyways, I like building my own models, and I have them in the glass cabinet at my house, and they are nothing but master grades. I don't really mess with real grades, although that I do have two real grades. I think a Sandrock custom and a Heavy Arms custom. But with the Shining Gundam, it's already built. You don't have to build anything except for maybe the actual Land Rover on his back. That comes out of the package, and you do have to assemble it and put it on his back because it comes separately. Now, this is a very simple figure. There's going to be nothing too crazy on him. We're just going to go over some of the key facts and some of the key things that he has that kind of make you either want to love this line, or in the same sense, just maybe not want to mess with that at all. But I hope this review helps determine that decision. So let's get into it. Already aesthetics wise, he looks good. He looks pleasing to the eye. Sorry that my rotating stand does not work. I am in the middle of getting a new one. So yeah, I'll do a quick little turn. There is a bit of gimmicks that he has on him. So I would have wanted him to have a little bit more gimmicks because of the whole transformation when he is preparing to do the Shining Finger, but you get what you get. I mean, the price point, you can't beat it. I actually got this at the Tamashii Nation store in New York. So with that being said, let's get into the review of the homie. So starting with the articulation head to toe, he doesn't really move that high up with this head. You can see he can look up pretty good, but when it comes to kind of looking down, you see his face kind of pops off, and that is part of the gimmick that we're going to talk about. You have the Vulcan cannons right there on the shoulder. Like I said, this kind of comes already out of the package like that, and the Land Rover itself, let me see if I can take it off. Yeah, just comes on a separate piece, and you just plug it in like so, and you're good to go. So moving on down to the shoulders, this shoulder piece is on a separate, I guess, like ball peg, if you will. The shoulders and the arms can go 360 if you want them to. They kind of cross about this much before you start to feel some hindrance on him, and then he's able to have the bicep swivel, so he's kind of not really able to cross his arms that much, but just enough of what a mobile suit will. He does have the double jointed elbows, so that's always a plus. And then let's see, he can lift his arms out about that much, which is really good. I don't mind that. So if he's doing a drop down and he needs to have his arms kind of flailed out, that's really cool. When it comes to the this back piece keeps coming off right here, and it's not even articulated. I just think I'm gonna super glue it later. So when it comes to the actual like waist part, he cannot really move down. He's very hindered. But when it comes to the side to side, I'm just gonna take this piece off because it keeps falling off. Anyways, when it comes to the side, he's okay. I mean, a little bit better than some figures. And the skirt pieces, they only move up about this much. They are on a hinge. They're not kind of free floating like on a ball peg. And then these pieces too. He's only able to lift up his leg about this much before he starts to feel some hindrance. No double jointed knees because he can't really bend them all the way far back. He can, have his legs far back as if he's doing like, maybe like a running punching pose, something like this. That looks really cool. Oh, I forgot about the gimmick right here. I'll go over that in a bit. And then last but not least, he has the toe articulation. Not toe, but foot. He can do side to side swivel, so that's good. This piece doesn't really move all that much. So moving on down to the gimmick right here. So this piece on his forearm is able to come off. So once you take that off and you prepare him to do the shining finger, there's a piece that kind of folds out on itself and then it raises it higher. I don't know if you can kind of see the difference between both. You can see the one on the left has the armor piece or the blaster piece kind of closer to the forearm, which as the other one is kind of more extended for when he's about to do his shining finger. Let's move on to the accessories. Put him right there. All right, so when it comes to the accessories, Homeboy comes with not that much, but then again, the price point is okay. So starting off with the hands. So Homeboy comes with a pair of sword holding hands. Come on. There we go. He comes with a pair of sword holding hands right here. Well, this one looks like a trigger hand. That's weird. There's a sword holding hand, there's a trigger hand. Or unless like it's made for more of like a dynamic pose. I don't know. And then you get a pair of the actual beam sabers right here. You get a short one and you get a long one, and these can be put on his holster on the side. And then you get the actual beam effects for the swords. And again, you get if it doesn't fall again, you get a short one and then you get a long one, as you can see. Long one, short one. I wish it would have been a little bit more translucent. It looks more sparkly metallic than anything. I don't remember the actual beam saber kind of being metallic-y. But anyways. And then you have this shining finger, which kind of looks disappointing. It looks like when Domon Kashi does his shining finger, his fingers are all extended and flared out as if he's really about to grasp something. This looks more like a relaxed hand. Like if it was pegged in him, it looks more like he's just relaxed than anything. Or if he was almost about to point something out. Like this, I don't know. I'll probably put it in some hot water and then manipulate the fingers individually, so that way he gives it a more flailed out look. But I really don't like this. Paint is okay, and how it looks just sucks. So last but not least, you get this piece right here to trade in for his piece that he already kind of has right now, so that way you can actually do the pose for the shining finger. And I'm about to do that now and give my final thoughts. Okay guys, here we have Shining Gundam with all of his accessories. Right there on his right arm, I got the shining finger as well as the forearm extended, the blaster part. That's really cool. And then I have his long sword, his long beam saber, equipped with his weapon holding hand, as well as the forearm being extended with the booster. So, oh, and also I have his face kind of swatch up. I switched it with the other swappable part, the other accessory at hand. So with that being said, I do think this guy is worth the price point. The movability really is not there. The posability, yeah, you could manipulate it and you can get it to where you want it to, but to have him like on your desk or on the shelf, that's fine. I don't know if I would consider this like one of the holy grails, but like I said, this is very entry level to kind of get you maybe into Gundam or maybe into gunplay at best. But to me, this is definitely a grab. I would not pass it up, especially if you do like the older Gundam series. This, to me, I've always loved. I'm a hardcore fan of Gundam Wing and Endless Waltz, but I really, really got into Gundam when G Gundam came out. It was different, and Domokashu just sold the whole series for me. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody visiting this channel that took the time out to click on this thumbnail and give some insight on the homeboy Shining Gundam from the Gundam universe. Everybody knows that the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.